What is going on, guys? Noah Brew here with another video, and today we're going to be talking about outsourcing for your Shopify store, different things that you can outsource, and how to get a bunch of applicants. Now, I know there's a lot of talk about VAs from India, Bangladesh, third world countries, where you don't really pay them a lot, which, trust me, they're good. Like, it's not something that you want to avoid. Like, there's a reason why people use them, and they are very good, but just for me personally, I don't really like hiring people like that. I like hiring people that I know that I can trust, and it's not like a culture thing or anything. It's just from my experience, the less you pay somebody, it doesn't matter if it's a high perceived value to them. The less that I pay somebody, the less commitment I feel that I get. So I do like hiring people who, I can talk to and not have a little bit of a language barrier. People that, they're in the same country as me in the United States, or they're from Canada, or maybe they already have a bunch of experience, or maybe they are just brand new and just looking for their first job. These are the kinds of people that I'm looking to hire. And honestly, most of the work that you have is honestly not that expensive to outsource. You might think that it might be expensive, like video creation, or which, by the way, we're going to make a video creation job listing today together. But, things like video creation, customer service, those types of things that really don't cost all that much. They don't require all that much time if you get somebody that knows what they're doing and they're good at it. Now, customer service, placing orders, those types of things, I would recommend finding a virtual assistant that charges anywhere between $3 and $5. Maybe pay $6 or $7 an hour, depending on what the situation is. But basically, I've always been the type of guy to hire people who are new to the game. They don't know much, but they are willing to put the work in, maybe for a little bit of extra money coming out of my pocket, but I know that I have good people on my team. And the place that I go to first is actually Upwork.com. Now, these guys used to be called like Freelance or Elance.com or something, but they changed their name, and I really like their system. And basically, there's thousands of freelancers that do a bunch of different jobs, like web design. There's a lot on there for Shopify, adding products, doing AliExpress, transporting products from AliExpress to Shopify with Oberlo, doing customer service, placing orders, pretty much anything that you need for a drop shipping business you can find on Upwork. And we're actually going to be creating a job listing here today, because I want you to see what goes through my mind when I'm actually creating a job listing. And I'm going to kind of think of it on the spot, which I do not recommend you doing, but you're going to be able to see firsthand kind of what I'm looking for and what the response is going to be. And I'm actually going to show you the types of applicants that I get and how many I get. So it's 6 p.m. right now on a Saturday, and I'm just going to run through this. And I'm basically looking for somebody to create product videos for me. I do a lot of product testing. I'm looking for somebody who can create videos really, really, really quickly, right? So I'm going to go ahead and come to Upwork.com, and then you basically create your account. You do whatever they ask, and then you click Post a Job. And this is going to actually allow you to type up a kind of like a message that broadcasts out to other freelancers, and they can choose whether they would like to apply for the job or not. So we're just going to go ahead and say we want to create a new job post. And we're going to enter the name of the job post. So I'm going to call this product video editing work needed. And I think I'm just going to leave it at that. And job category video editing, I guess that's correct, I would say. So we'll just go to the next thing. So in the description, so there's numerous different things that they have to be able to do. So I'm just going to introduce myself. So I'm going to say, hello. All right, so basically all I said was, hello, I'm looking for somebody to create videos for products that I sell. You will be required to put a logo in the video, source videos, make trendy/viral video style text, make outros for the video with a call to action, and be Facebook advertising compliant. I don't want somebody who's gonna just put anything random in the video. And obviously I said that I will educate you on this if you do not know how. And Facebook does have policies for what you can and cannot say. You can't just put an ad out there for anything that you want. And I'm actually gonna say plus being able to make square thumbnails is a plus. I do find that custom thumbnails with Facebook ads and using videos and stuff actually do attract a little bit more attention. So that's basically the first thing that you want to say. Just introduce yourself. Just say hello. Don't go crazy with it. But I'm looking for somebody to create videos. Tell them exactly what you want. Tell them what they'll be required to do. And then what you want to do is give a timeline. Say, I need someone who is available to get a video done. So I need somebody who is available to get a video done within 24 hours of me asking. Ideal pay is somewhere between $10 and $25 per video. Now that might sound like not a lot, but in my experience, that's what most video editors will charge. And I'm not looking for like some agency that has produced, movies and stuff. Like, it's really just somebody who's trying to make a little bit of extra money on the side, to cover gas, or maybe go out to eat a couple extra times a week, or maybe they're saving up money for something. I don't really care, but there are people out there who value somebody who wants to hire them, and it doesn't matter what the pay is. If a video takes them an hour and a half to make and they're getting paid $20, that's worth some people's time. And I'm basically saying that ideal pay is somewhere between $10 and $25 per video, because I want people to understand that I'm pretty flexible. And but the one thing that I'm saying is I need somebody who is available. I don't want people who are going to take 2 or 3 days to get me a video done. This is like basically your opportunity to get clear about what exactly you want. And I like talking about pay in here, and you can also talk about job expectations and what they can expect. So I'm going to get into a little bit about that right now. All right, so I just set the expectations, said a little bit about what I would want. So videos will always be under 59 seconds long. I know that the longer a video is, the longer it takes to edit it. So basically just saying, even though I'm only paying $10 to $25 per video, it probably won't take you that long because it's only a minute long video. But you may be provided with source videos to edit on some occasions, right? So sometimes I'll give them videos to edit, and sometimes I won't. So sometimes they're going to have to be required to go out and find them, and sometimes I'm going to hand them to them. The amount of videos I will have you make in the matter of a week may vary, but it should be a pretty consistent flow for you. Basically just, letting you know, buttering the cake a little bit, making it seem really good. And you want to do this. You want people to feel like that this is a good opportunity, because if you don't, people are just going to think that you're trying to take advantage of, this website, Upwork, and try to get people for super cheap and not value anybody's time or whatever. So it's very important that you set these expectations so that when they reach out to you, they're not skeptical and you'll have people come to you and say like, I'm ready to start tonight or tomorrow, depending on what time you post it. Last time I made a post on here, I actually got like 40 applicants in the first hour of it being up, and I posted it at like midnight. So I know that I'm probably going to get a bunch of responses to this, but I'm basically just going to go to the next step. You can pause the video and read what I wrote. But I'm going to go through it at the end of the video and make sure that everything's good anyways. So you can upload project files. I'm assuming that that's just for like images, if you have images that you want edited or whatever. So what type of project is this? I'm just going to say I am not sure. Add screening questions. I don't want to do any screening questions, but basically you can add things like, have you ever worked on Shopify store customer service before? Whatever. How many videos have you edited in due to products, or whatever you want to ask, you can ask them. But I do not want to ask any questions, so I'm actually just going to make sure that it's not going to ask any questions. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so what skills and expertise are most important to you? I'm going to say video editing, not video production. Don't really need that. Don't know what that is. All right, I'm just going to select video editing. I was going to select Adobe Photoshop, but I didn't want to attract a bunch of people who did Photoshop. So I'm just going to keep it pretty obvious. I'm just going to put video editing, and that's the only one that I can really find that pertains to video editing. So this gives you the option to work with people who are only in the US or in the worldwide. And, you still get high quality people with worldwide. And you can also put in preferences. So I'm going to prefer United States and Canada. Those are my two personal preferences. But, I'm going to allow anybody in the world to come and make an impression and apply as well. So That's my option. So let's see who can see my job. So let's just say anyone. So you can make it so that only Upwork freelancers can see it. But I'm just gonna say that anybody can because I want the most people to see it as possible. You know, I want a lot of applicants. I want choices. So we're just gonna do this. So let's say how many freelancers do you need for this job? I think I'm gonna test. I'm gonna test multiple. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say more than one, and I'm gonna give it a 3. And let's see. Do you have freelancers that you want to invite? No, I do not. So basically, if you want to test multiple freelancers, you can, which I'm going to because video editing it's a taste. You know, everybody's going to do it differently, and I'm probably going to push out some to a few different people and then see what they come back with, and then just go with the best one. And this doesn't mean that you have to consistently hire 3 people. It just means that I don't really know what it means. I don't really care. I'm just going to say it. Qualifications, I'm not really worried about qualifications too much. Let's do pay by the hour. I think we're just gonna do a fixed price. Let's just start at $20. Why don't we do that? And then what level of experience should your freelancer have? We can only select one. I don't really mind too much, honestly. It could just be entry. As long as they're good, I don't care how much experience they have. I'm going to test them first before I go all in. So this is the review that I was talking about. So I'm just going to read through this and make sure that everything is correct. Alright, so I read through everything, and I actually want to add something into the description. So right before hello, I'm going to say, do not apply unless you read the whole thing. Because I don't want people to come with me with mixed expectations. I say it very, very clearly what I want here, and this is going to obviously give them the opportunity to, you know, be clear about whether they even want to do it or not. You know what I mean? So we're kind of just winging it here. At the same time, I already know what I want, so I'm just writing it down, and we'll see how many proposals that we get. So I filled out everything correctly, exactly how I was looking at it for. And they give you this opportunity to boost the job's visibility. Now, it says featured jobs attract 50% more proposals from top-rated and rising talent, yada yada. I mean, if you want to, you can, but I'm not going to because, like I said, I've done this before, and I got about 40 applications, and actually 2 or 3 of them were considered high quality by Upwork's standards, right? But they were not considered high quality by my standards. They were not exactly what I was looking for, which is why I want a bunch of random people so that I can choose who I want by my standards. And if you're wondering what my standards are, we'll get into it a little bit when I have my proposals. So I'm actually going to post the job now. Alright, so now it's going to give you the opportunity to invite freelancers that you see that might be interested, that you might be interested in working with. So we have a bunch of different options here. So we have this person, photography editor, obviously not what I'm looking for. This guy says that he's a video editor. He was working on TV. Okay. Okay, why not? Let's invite him. Let's just see what happens. Say, send invitation. And that was that guy. So let's look at this guy. Editing photos and videos and editing work for YouTube. I can do infographic. Okay. That's not bad. He says he works on intros. I'm gonna go ahead and invite him anyways, and I think I'm gonna invite maybe 5 or 6 people just to get this listing a little bit of momentum, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so I just came across this is really interesting to me because it says video editor and motion graphics animator. Now I'm not exactly sure what that means specifically, but motion graphics sounds like something that would be really cool for e-commerce and implementation with product testing. You know, maybe she can take, you know, she also says that she has a solid turnaround time, by the way. But that might mean that she can take, like, make animations of your product and make it look really cool. So I'm actually going to ask her about that if she does end up applying. Okay, so I basically came through here and I invited a few freelancers. You know, I wasn't too picky, but I think I invited 4. Yeah, not a big deal to me, because I know that people will see the listing, and this is basically your listing area. So you're going to be able to see, well, you can preview your job post, right? And then you can review the proposals that you have, and you can see which ones that you decided to hire. But yeah, so I'm gonna wait like an hour or so, maybe sooner. I'm gonna wait for some proposals to come in, and I'll show you what happens. All right, guys. So it has been 2 hours. It is now 9 p.m. So it's actually been about 2.5 hours, 3 hours ish. So I didn't get as many applications as I expected that I would, but again, it is a Saturday when I am filming this, so maybe I'll give it another day or two before going ahead and choosing somebody, and I'll just let some applications come in. But a lot of what I got in is not really stuff that interests me. For example, we have this guy, which he's okay, but the problem with these people is their communication. I feel like it would go through to the videos. But there is one guy on here that did catch my attention, which was this guy. And the reason for it is he actually sent me a couple e-commerce videos that he has created in the past. So I'm going to go ahead and watch those. Alright, so you can see there's like music playing in the background. Now, the video is okay. I'm not sure how I'm not sure how I feel about him sharing this video, but I'm sure that he can I can communicate with him that I do not want him sharing my product videos. So I'm pretty confident in this guy. I'm probably going to reach out to him. Actually, let's do it right now together. So let's see, where's the message button? I think it is right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say, hey, I like the videos you sent me. Okay, so basically, hey, I like the videos you sent me. May I ask, how long would it take for you to get a video to me if I requested it today? So I basically wrote over his thing. I liked what he said, and he said he's made over 200 videos, yada yada. But I'm just gonna ask him how long it usually takes him to get it done, because that's the biggest problem for me is time. It's the whole reason why I want to hire this out in the first place, is because I don't really have the time to, and because I don't have the time to, I don't want it to take very long either. So I'm ideally looking for somebody who can get it done within 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, as long as they're open about it and don't lie. As long as people don't say 24 hours and then don't get it done for 2 days, like that type of stuff annoys me. But either way, now I'm just going to ask him some questions, get to know him a little bit more, study the way that he communicates, and see if he would be a good fit. Alright guys, so it's been about 22 hours, and I ended up getting 8 proposals, but there's only one on here that I really read and really liked, but there are a few that I'm going to go through and read. But I mean, essentially, I got somebody who's willing to work, and it's this guy that we messaged, and he answered. He says it usually takes him 30 minutes to an hour to create a video, yada yada yada. But he's good at communication. Now, I mean, all I need to do is just get him on Skype, and then figure out how he wants to get paid, and I can start working with him. So I just really wanted to show you how simple it was to actually hire somebody. What is up, guys? I hope that you enjoyed that video and got a bunch of value out of it. I actually am going to hire this guy. I'm going to send him some videos. Right when I'm done with this video, I'm going to have him make some product videos, and we'll see how he does. But honestly, that's how easy it is. I like to use Upwork because it gives you options, and I know that I didn't get as many applications as I was expecting, but what are you going to do? I could always make another one in the future if I need to, maybe pay a little bit more, offer a little bit more. But, I mean, as for this video, that's pretty much it. If you liked it, if you got good value out of it, leave a like, leave a subscribe. It really helps the channel out a lot. And that's it for this video. Peace.